The article states, is Andrew Tate a dangerous role model to young men or an internet idol for a disjointed generation? So is he dangerous or is he an idol? So basically the story that they talk about is that he's blown up online. We all know this. Very controversial. He's, what was it? Cobra Tate? Is that his Instagram?
I've known Andrew since 2017.
So a couple different things there. Some men are taking it as the gospel. Shout out to the gospel. And others saying it's misogyny, right? So he cites kings and sultans of always having multiple women. We've heard his opinion on that. We can play even a video on that. And in one interview, he said that the father doesn't need to be around their children, that it's the mother's job to look after their kids, and that he saw his dad once a month and when he's younger. Point is, this guy's everywhere right now. We've actually have an exchange, if you want to play that TikTok video, Natalia, and we'll let you guys weigh in on Andrew Tate and everything he talks about these days. Let's see this video.
All right, let's get it going right here.
Audio.
Let's try now.
It's the double standards. Correct. I understand that. But in a relationship,
correct,
it's a partnership.
Yes.
Right. You and me, we're together.
Since when?
You know what I'm saying. when you're trying to build a partnership and a life with someone, the end goal is you two together.
Agreed.
So why cheat?
I know. I understand where you're coming from. My point is that relationships and life is full of double standards as a whole. A man's going to pay for everything everywhere you go, right? This is duty as a man. Do you agree?
No, I do like traditional.
Okay, so you agree. So you're traditional, right? So if you want to talk about traditional, let's talk about tradition. Every single man since the dawn of human time had more than one woman. Every single king, every single emperor, every single sultan, every single conqueror since the dawn of human time had more than one woman. All of them. Every single one. Read a history book. Read the Bible. It's all in there. The Quran, all of it. You want to talk about tradition, it's all there. The only reason your mind is different, the only reason you believe differently is because of society. Society's come along and told you something.
Yeah, but society, we can change. Like, the world evolves, things change.
The world evolves, yeah, that's right. Now men cut their dicks off and their chicks.
All right. Rollo, you know Tate very well. So
I did a full video doing the break. I did our riff on this.
Let me start with Ruslan, because you've never met or... okay, so thoughts on Andrew Tate and basically what he's saying right now, and then let Rollo respond.
Yeah, I think Andrew Tate is someone that seems to be going through a public transformation, specifically with his faith view. He's atheist, now all of a sudden he's going to church.
That?
He said so. He said, I was an atheist, now I'm going to church twice a week.
What makes that believable?
What makes that believable? You think he's trolling?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he might be trolling. I hope not.
Trolling religion?
Yeah, I hope not. You know, he
wouldn't be the first one.
Yeah, in that interview he said that. So I think he's experiencing some cognitive dissonance there. I think he's brilliant in terms of how he's been able to leverage the internet. Can't tell how much of this is hyperbole. Can't tell how much of this is a character. I've seen videos of him breaking character and like laughing at himself. And so I think from a marketing standpoint, I think it's very sharp. I think when you're going to those types of languages, like what do we again, what is the average person going to think? I'm entitled to multiple women. Can the average person take care of multiple women? Can the average person have multiple kids with multiple women? You know the statistics on how devastating it is to a man to have multiple kids with multiple women.
One of the things I'll say, and then I will get... You know what percentage of the world is on Andrew Tate's level? And I respect what he's doing. Good looking. You're talking about money, muscles, and game. The guy's a 4-time kickboxing champion. Okay, the guy's making millions a month. Like the problem is, and I respect what he's doing. 99.9999% of you will never be on Andrew Tate's 100%. Level or on a level near Andrew Tate. And none of you guys are going to be LeBron. None of you are going to be Michael Jordan. None of you guys are going to be Brady. I'm not saying that's who he is, but the guy's a fucking G. And if he's one of the few that can multiple spin plates, as Rollo says, more power to you, brother. But most men can't do that.
What is the logical conclusion of that? He becomes Nick Cannon. He becomes the guy with 10, 11 baby mamas, and he feels bad about not being able to spend time with his kids.
How many kids do you think he has right now?
I don't know how many kids he has. I don't care. 0. Okay. Well, I mean, how many abortions have been a part of that? Right?
Good question.
I mean, statistically speaking, that you're
and
so now
we'll
again,
never know.
So now again, we're contributing to the very type of society that we don't want to see happen. We're contributing to these things. We're contributing to promiscuity. We're contributing to high body counts. We're contributing to abortion. Yet we say we're against all those things. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance there. So I think, the logical conclusion of an Andrew Tate is he's Nick Cannon, and that may sound sexy until you're Nick Cannon, and then you feel like an idiot for being Nick Cannon.
Nick could use a condom, but I think he's made a decision that he wants to populate the fucking planet.
Let's be honest. This is that philosophy fleshed out.
Gotcha.
Let's make no.
So be very clear here.
Cannon,
be very clear here, Ruslan, and choose wisely. Dangerous role model or internet idol?
Both.
He's both.
clearly both.
Okay.
Yeah, he's clearly both.
So not one or the other. If you had to pick one.
I think some of his rhetoric is dangerous. Some of his stuff is common sense, right? And I think that clip right there, I think is problematic.
Put up a poll: dangerous role model,
we know
or
this is gonna
internet
skew.
idol for a disjoint. Okay. Do you want to answer that question? Dangerous role model or an internet idol?
Internet idol right now, but is that positive or is that negative? Because right now I've got high school. Hell, I was just at the deli at the Centric, and I had some kid talk to me about, "Hey, Mr. Rollo, do you know Andrew Tate?" And I've got a 17-year-old guy who tells me all of his high school friends watch Tate, and they know that I've been on Fresh and Fit with Tate, and they know there's a connection between the two of us. So they're not asking me about me; they're asking me about Tate, right? So. Is he a role model? He, for better or worse, he is. He's put himself in. I keep telling, I said this on Jedediah's show as well. It's like, today, men get their education not in schools because we tell them to stay away from universities and we tell them to stay away from, a modern education, whatever. They don't see any point in going to high school. But you know where they get their education from? They get it from YouTube. They get it from online sources. They get it from, chat rooms or whatever it is. And so for better or worse, Andrew Tate is a teacher, just like I'm a teacher, just like you. We're all teachers in this room right now, because people are going to look at this and they're going to go, okay, well, here's what's being taught in this particular class. In fact, I tried in my own show, I try to emphasize that, like, here, classes in session, get your notebooks out, guys. So when I see something like this, again, I think he's a brilliant marketer. He successfully owns the algorithm for YouTube through Instagram, through Twitter, everything else. I don't think enough people know like what he's really about. Is it a character? Is it not? But that's part of his mystique. That's part of his appeal, is the fact that like people don't know that. And does he break character occasionally? Yeah, maybe he does. It just depends on like where what he's getting into.
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Sozcast, click right here.